Caitlin is telling Amanda about her trip to the Christ Complex. Jesus' house here. Homes built to inspire the future to greatness all over the world. And apparently this is in the future because the one and only son of a carpenter and Mary, John Milton Brady, me, Stone Cold Milton, is still calmly and patiently waiting for enough damage to be done to the amateurs of the streets, amateurs of the world, in the way of the building of Jesus' house. So this is set in the future, years in the future after we built this particular Christ complex, Jesus' house, that Caitlin is talking about. She said it was great. Place is beautiful. They're doing such great things there. And I went for a week, and on a nice Sunday, it was such a beautiful day that they had the Son of the Carpenter and Mary parables on the outside balcony of the dome there, the cathedral dome. Domed home. It doesn't have to be a domed home, but has to inspire the future and the present and greatness. That's my change in eyes. One of them. Changing from brown to blue. And the cathedral dome is, of course, for religious expression, spiritual expression. And is a great place to behold. Make sure every Christ complex is built in that fashion to inspire. And yes, on a nice day, you can have those talks outside, those parables. A nice kind of a circular balcony, cathedral's dome. The cathedral dome. And the part facing into that inner courtyard, encircling the inner courtyard, the Christ complex, the domed home, cathedral dome, has that nice balcony, and John Milton Brady, son of Carpenter and Mary, goes up onto that balcony. Yeah, I'm the guy with the changing eyes, and those are my wounds. I call them the sins of mankind wounds. Probably can't read the text that goes along with that, but yeah, particularly rough spring break in 2014. And that's when the wounds started. They're still, they're closed up now. Those particular ones, I had them all my life. But they're still as painful as when I got them. And on this one day that Caitlin is describing to Amanda, I go out on that little balcony facing the inner courtyard, balcony of that cathedral dome. And Caitlin says he had them in stitches. He was hilarious, a very funny parable, attention-getting, great visual imagery. He brought to mind that parable. And he had the humor. Had you remember what the parable was about? And Caitlin says Son of a Carpenter and Mary, Stone Cold Milton, since given that parable at the Christ complex there. And he went down into the courtyard there where a whole lot of folks were assembled. Nice day, have it outside. And someone else got up to retell the parable. in a very boring, non-funny, less good imagery, just boring as anything. And Melton was out there in the crowd right next to Caitlin. He explained, they're going to do that eventually. By the time they get to writing it down. So I might as well go ahead and do that now. I'm Melton, son of Carpenter and Mary, and 5.5 minutes is the parable end. All of the stuff after this is local. Yeah, I've moved from, describing what's going on here and now. Moved from the Burlington Convalescent Hospital, spent 1.5 years there. Spent 6 years working for the city of Santa Monica, demonstrating religious censorship with the imagery I was wearing and the parables I was making overlooking that ocean on my breaks. 6 years, 7 years in all, I've been looking at 7+. Looking for that first 93 check. That's a call from your phone to make sure it's allowed to work all the time. That's your family's lifeline to the firemen, the police, paramedics. I've got to get that first 93 check. World Trade Center 93 check. Call it a democracy check. Call it a World Trade Center. What else? Oh, Semper Fi check. Call it anything you want. Just check that phone. I'm telling you, to call from all American soldiers. Call from every military base worldwide. 424-229-4140. Make a video of your call from that military base being hijacked to John Melton Brady. Tell me what you think of this parable right here. Tell me what you think of my imagery. Tell me what you think of that phone not working. I've yet to get that first 93 check call, guys. Make that Semper Fi video from those military bases. And tell your friends and family back home to call. In front of the mayor, the governor, senators, religious leaders, congressmen, cops. Oh man, I see a lot of cops on the way up to, well, sheriff's deputies, I guess. On the way up to Carl Jr.'s to get my burger, I have to roll up. Oh, I think it's about a 2-mile trip round way to get, food, burger. They don't, breakfast pretty good, but yeah, they don't have burgers. They don't have chicken strips, whatever you think you would have at an assisted living place. That's an alternative menu. They don't have it here at Vista Veranda. And yeah, back to that. 7 years asking, 6 years working for the city of Santa Monica. I designed my cap images. Past week, caps I wore while working for the city and not getting that first 93 check call. Demonstrate in front of all city employees across the country. Someone else, reporters, of course, and network news anchors. Make that video of your hijacked call to John Melton Brady in front of them. Ask him, isn't this news? I don't know if my family will be, reaching the firemen, the police, paramedics. The same folks are censoring call when you need them as when you call me. Yeah, it's still going to be on newsworthy. Make that Semper Fi video, pass it along on DVD and flash drive at church, at work, at school, on that military base. And 6 years city of Santa Monica, ended up in the hospital with those wounds. Sins of mankind wounds, I call them. These things right here. That's when I stopped working for the city, and spent 1.5 years in the Burlington Convalescent Hospital. Folks not being able to reach me there with a Semper Fi check, a 93 check. Now at Vista Veranda. Call quick. I intend to move quick. I was talking to assisted living waiver folks about. I talked with them yesterday. I Googled at the Linwood Library, the county library down there. I called them up, left a message. What do you know about Jane Lopez Libertana? She's acting bizarrely, very incompetently, like she doesn't know how to apply for subsidized housing for those she's working with through the ALW, assisted living. It's a California thing. They were supposed to call me back. I left information today again. They gave me a second number to call, and I called them up. Waiting to hear. I guess I'll call again tomorrow. I called the long-term care ombudsman and left a message a couple of days back. Wise, healthy, aging was the name on the answering machine. Make those videos of your phone not working. And you're not knowing when else it won't be allowed to work in front of all those folks. And yet, pass it along at work, at church, at school. Come see me. Tell me what you think of the Christ complex. Jesus' house here. That's that religious censorship you see. The most important thing is your phone, your child's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics. Your family's lifeline. That's the most important thing. Then, yeah, you're not being able to tell me what you believe. Tell me what you think of the Christ complex. That's religious censorship. And yeah, when all those Omars and Husseins and Baracks and whoever else was doing that back then got on those planes, turn of the millennium, for that twisted religious censorship of theirs. That was religious censorship too. Thing is, you can document this right now with this is a $20 phone. You got on that special from Metro. Well, look around, you can find them. Makes a nice low def here. Also makes a better high def. Watch your card capacity and make those Semper Fi videos of all who should be concerned. And everyone in America should be concerned about that. Dangerous censorship in America of our phones. Make that video. Pass them along. And yeah, come see me. When you see someone other than me, my changing eyes right here. We started building. And yeah, I get into that mean street fiction, or the mean fiction, the street fiction, all you on the military bases. When you ask about the one and only John Milton Brady, and they hand you bullshit. Yeah, pick up that phone. Call me from that military base, make a video of it. Not working. And you tell them, until I see, and Stone Cold John Milton Brady, one and only, the man in the wheelchair here. Well, temporarily, I hope. Until I see attractive, blonde, near blonde girl, someone other than he and his changing eyes building that Christ complex alone there. I'm going to keep getting at that truth. And do that. That's your family's lifeline. That's always where the mean street fiction and my funny son of a carpenter and Mary parable is always in. When you pick up that phone and see it censored, don't know when else it won't be censored. Get that truth out, and yeah, there's a lot of folks on the street are in charge of bullshit. When you see someone other than me, my changing eyes right there. In my mean street fiction, half of California law enforcement taking part in that mean and mercenary industry. Oh, it's my fiction. I tell you where the fact began. Won't be hanging by those bells. Semper Fi, guys. Get those icebreaker parades going, and let's get started.